Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure that I came on live real quick. I just feel like this heaviness in my spirit, and not in a bad. Not, I won't say it's in a bad way, but it's almost like a burden. Um, I told you, Prince. Period. I was just praying about it. Never mind. So I, 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 I went for my daily go to visit heaven, and this time, I just kind of whipped at the feet of Jesus, and and then Jesus, like, I jumped into his arms, and this happens a lot, y'all. A lot of hugging, a lot of jumping into his arms, a lot of that kind of thing, right? I don't really care what people think of me at this point because, yeah. Um, and when this happened, um, stop the abuse. Look, a period. Stop the abuse. What's this? Dedicated transportation. Stop the abuse. Period. All this confirmation. See, signs and wonders shall follow those who believe. I'm not looking for the signs. The signs are looking for me. So anyway, that's a lot of confirmation on this highway today. Anyway, it's moving. I was just talking to me. Okay, there's so much confirmation. Okay, let me focus. I'm overwhelmed right now. So then he took me back to where I used to live as a child. Not my grandmother's house, but he took me back to where I used to be as a child. And all these bad memories started flooding my mind.
In 2 miles, take exit 18 onto Paces Ferry Road toward Vinings.
At first I thought, there's somebody right there. I couldn't see them, they were in my blind spot. At first I thought, this is the enemy or whatever. But then it felt like Jesus was intentionally showing me these memories so that he could heal me. And then I realized, then I realized Jesus was like, I'm about to heal you from this. And then he touched my heart, and any remainder of the memories I had, the sting of them left. And I felt like this charge of power go out from him as he touched me. And then it no longer, then the memory stopped. And I realized that Jesus was forcing the memories to come up to gut out anything else. When I say that heaven heals me, I really do mean that. Heaven really does heal me. That's why I listen, ever since I found out I can go, I go all the time, even during the day sometimes. Well, it's always pretty much during at the crack of dawn. Like, it was 4 this morning that this happened. So I woke up around 4 this morning when this happened. So I was up at 4 in the morning, pretty much. And so after this happened, I then go back to heaven, and he shows me a vision. And in the vision, I seen like Jesus on this horse, and then I see heaven raging war. And he tells me intentionally not to tell some of the stuff that has happened, right? Because I'm gonna tell you how to the other people that were in heaven. I'm gonna tell you something. In heaven, we ride for each other. Like, if one of us is fighting, all of us are fighting. Okay? When we see an injustice done to our family, we want to listen. I'll be joking, but like, really, it's like that. Like, we get up over our family, like, and I never felt like this about any other, like, member of, I can't explain it. Like, it's just, if one fight, we all fight. And what's going to happen is, when Jesus cracked that sky, in heaven,
use the second lane from right to take exit 18.
Explain this the best way I can, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, these are supernatural experiences I'm trying to put into human words. Okay? So bear with me, y'all. These are supernatural experiences I'm trying to put into human words. And as I'm looking at the vision, I see all of heaven roaring like angry at what they saw happening in the earth. There are some things that God guards heaven's heart from, because it will create an uproar, a righteous uproar. It will create a righteous uproar. That's the only thing I can describe it as, a righteous uproar. So when Jesus cracked that sky and he comes back wielding his sword, ready to overtake and reign, he will have people with him. And I want you to know, I want you to know that God is not playing about his bride. And he will let heaven see what has happened and what has been happening to his people. Then he gonna, like a mother, like, this is how he showed it to me. When a mother hears the cry of their child, and they come they come to their aid, they run to go and rescue them. That's how it's going to be when Jesus come back. He will, the cry of his children, of his bride, will hit heaven, and all of heaven will hear and be up in a righteous uproar. And then the sky will crack. Jesus will know it is time. Okay? And he will ride down and come retrieve what belongs to him. And then we'll be raptured. His chosen children will be raptured. They'll be raptured. So don't think that God doesn't care, or that he's withholding things in order to no, he's literally holding back a righteous uproar. Because there are people that are heavenly citizens that are going through abuse, that are going through trials and tribulations and things and such. Okay? But there'll come a time where the abuse and persecution of Christians will be so bad, and Jesus will say, no more. Excuse me, God will say, no more. And when he come back, he's not coming back. He said people will mourn. That's what Revelation says, that people will mourn. So this is not going to be a happy cry. This is not going to be a I don't got my badge. Dang. Dang. Okay. This will not be a happy time for the wicked and for demons and devils, because they will understand that, oh, now is the appointed time, and for us a new one. And that's why I felt this heaviness this morning, because I felt God leading me to I felt God leading me to come on and warn people. I felt this heavy, like dang, you know. And I knew that it's the time is short. Like, yeah, I don't want. I'm not trying to scare people, but I want people to be warned. So you cannot stand before the Lord and say that nobody told you, because God did send people to tell you. You just didn't listen. That's a weird question to. That's a weird question to ask. As a girl, I'm not gonna even answer that. You need to know. Just know I know how to wipe myself. Girls and boys wipe different. But I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there because I want y'all to know that not only does Jesus love you, but he wants to warn you before stuff happens. He don't want you to just be like a deer in headlights about some things. You know, he loves to surprise us about blessings and stuff like that. But he don't just want you to, you know, be caught off guard with when it comes to trouble, when it comes to things that, you know, are happening. I'm telling you ahead of time so you would be without an excuse. There will be a righteous uproar in heaven. And everybody gonna be ready to fight. Because that's how we feel about our family. When you have a good family and you love them and somebody come with a mess with them, you're ready to fight. As a family unit, you're ready to go to war about it. That's why Jesus is coming back on a war horse. Because he's going to be coming back ready to fight. And conquer all evil. Because he's going to be sick of it. It's going to be like, enough is enough. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. And if you don't know that God does get fed up, he absolutely does. If you read your Bible, you will know that God feels things. And even he, long-suffering as he is, gets fed up with stuff. Gets fed up with the abuse, with the nonsense. But he's patient and kind for our sake, not for his, for ours. But, yeah. With that being said, I'm going.